Whereas I'm a fan of music, period. Hip hop, pop, country, jazz, R&B. If it's a hot record, I just loved it. And it's just one of them things where I really feel like everybody has gifts. And the sad part about it, you got people that will live their whole entire life without even realizing their gift. Sometimes, I tell people all of the time, and this is just for y'all too, whenever you talk to somebody, whatever topic that comes up that excites them, that's their gift. And and just being a person that loves music, I just knew it was destined for me to work in this business. And I really feel like I have what it takes to discover stars in all genres.
Yo, I know that's right. Yeah. Yo, but you from Philly. What part of Philly you from?
I'm from the Germantown section, Chewing Locust.
Oh shit, Chewing Locust. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Uptown boy. Okay, you know what I mean? So I know you have an artist named Trell Mack and an artist named Sean Archer, right? I know Sean Archer came later. How did you meet Trell Mack? You know what I'm saying? How did y'all come together? Because I know y'all decided to create a record label and all that. And why did you choose to name it SKE, which means Street Knowledge Entertainment?
Well, make a long story short, years ago, I used to work at Rita's Water Ice. So Trell used to actually come by buying water ice all the time. But when I would get off work, I would see him in the library. So when I would see him in the library, he used to be like, yo, ain't you the boy that used to work at Rita's, so-and-so? So when I would get off of work at Rita's, I used to write for Hip Hop DX during the time. So I'd be in there writing them articles. So it's just one of them things where, how you see somebody in the same place consistently. Next thing you know, y'all start talking, oh, you a journalist? Oh, word, you rap? And it just started from there. And, we came up with the name SKE Records because it's kind of like this. Like how you had Hood Geniuses, it's like that with us, with Street Knowledge Entertainment. From the street, but not of it. And that basically simplifies everything that we do. It's a definition of everything. Street Knowledge Entertainment. From the street, but not of it. But have knowledge, Yo,
I like that. What you think about that, Lady T? He said the record label SKE stands for Street Knowledge Entertainment, and it means from the street, but not of the street, but provide knowledge.
That's straight hood genius.
It is. It really is. It really is. It defines what this podcast is actually about. Because it's easy. It's an easy way. It's an easy route to take. Oh, fuck it, I'ma sell drugs. Oh, fuck it, I'ma steal cars. Oh, fuck it, I'ma stick up people. Oh, fuck it, I'm a loser. I'ma just get females pregnant and get high and be in my drawers all day. You know what I'm saying?
But the reason why I say it's real hood genius mindset is because, like you said, you be knowledge of the streets, but you're not from the streets. So you don't have to be a product of the environment. You can always excel and want to do better in life and be an example. And when you lay down and close your eyes for the final time, they have positive things to say about you. Because a lot of people be going to these wakes and be lying about motherfuckers. Okay? He was a good man. She was a good woman. No, the fuck they wasn't. Okay? Motherfuckers was a killer. Okay? She was a whore getting niggas set up. Okay? So, with that being said, some real rap is that you are making an example, and you are a young man out here trying to do the right thing. And you're not flashy with it, but you're knowledgeable about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's more powerful than anything. So, that's how I feel about that.
Yeah, that's real talk. We always talked about in Philly as far as a lot of, actually, not just Philly. Yeah, I think you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? In the industry, a lot of labels are started with drug money. A lot of them, and it's a shame because I'm a nerd. I watch documentaries on a lot of stuff. I just recently watched this documentary called The 1%, right? It's old, but it was about the Johnson & Johnson family and the son, he decided to do a documentary on his own family and their riches, how they actually got their riches, which is, it was handed down from the father who actually started Johnson & Johnson, but the son of the great grandfather is the father of the guy that's actually doing the documentary. So he's young, probably like in between your age and my age, right? And I was watching this, and it's like I was just thinking, like, damn, they cool for like probably 5 generations down, right? They, of course, white. They're given businesses, and they get a head start. Whereas though something that you doing, right? I know you don't have no kids yet. I don't know if you wanted me to say that, but my bad. But you actually is setting up your legacy. You know what I'm saying? For when you do have a child or kids later down the line, they'd be like, damn, can you do question promotions and SKE? You got something to fall back on. Whereas though our grandparents didn't leave us nothing to fall back on. You know what I mean? So everything the foundation that you laying right now is great. You know what I'm saying? I just had to let you know that, because like when I watch a lot of these documentaries, I just think about myself. You know what I'm saying? As far as, how can I create my legacy, make it better? You know what I'm saying? Because we got it hard as black people. Your credit can be A+. That don't mean you're going to get that loan first time around. You know what I'm saying? Like Tupac said, it hurts to be black. You know what I'm saying? That shit is real, yo. But I also want to touch on the fact that where I was going before I started this little tangent I went on is a lot of labels and music started with drug money. You know what I'm saying? Street knowledge entertainment wasn't started with no drug money, not even a cent. You know what I'm saying? And that's something I know you're proud of, right? We talk about this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, straight clean money. Investing my PR checks back into the business. So I took one business, and I invested it into another business, and I just built it from there. But being a college graduate, learning the business, coming from a journalist background, understanding the business of PR and just reflipping the money back into the business. And that's what I did. Straight clean money, working hard, building my name as a publicist, and it just took off from there.
Yo. You see what he said, y'all? Flipping his money, putting it back into the business. You know what I'm saying? I want to get into this music shit. I know me and Lady T and Miss Queen 215, we do this podcast thing, but I also do things in the music too. And what y'all need to know is, hold up, my website. This is a little shameless plug, Mr100musiccorner.net. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's a website for up and coming artists, whatever. But I'm going with this is, Q the Question has a business. I have a business, and even though we cool, ain't nothing for free. You know what I'm saying? That's my man. You know what I'm saying? But I ask him, what's your prices for such and such? I'm paying. You know what I'm saying? We do business together. You know what I'm saying? If it's the podcast to the website, you know what I mean? You already know. And that's something that we was discussing before we started the podcast. And Lady T, what you think about that, far as keeping the revenue sharing amongst new companies that's on the come up?
Well, I mean, listen, I'm really impressed. I'm truly impressed of the business mindset this young man has, about how make the money and put it back. Not make the money and out here, let me get a Gucci belt, some Gucci shoes, and I mean, this is a real businessman like mentality or a businesswoman like mentality that you need to have when you try to make it out here, because it's not easy, especially if you're not making it from drug money. You making it from real or hard earned money, so you have to do it the correct way, and listen, I'm truly impressed by the whole situation.
And like I said, when we was talking before the podcast, when we setting everything up,
Right.
remember I said, hey, look, I envy this guy. You know what I'm saying? I work a 9 to 5. Lady T, you work a 9 to 5. But like we,
9 to 13 or 9 to 14.
yeah, but like we said, it ain't that we don't like what we do.
Right. Because we went into our fields with a open heart, like this is what we want to do. We want to be able to better and help. But now being in it, it's like, damn, like, really, do people really do this because they wanted to do it? They have the heart for it, they care for it, they have the passion for it. They're just doing it for a check, because it's a difference, and that's what I'm seeing a lot of, and that's not cool. But what I was gonna say, I'm kind of lost. Every show I get stuck at a certain point, because we'll be dragged. It's at that point. And I'm not gonna drag it out. I'm not gonna get caught up with my words. But I just want to give another shout out to Q the Question. You're doing the thing, and you know what? You are a huge example to the young men out here that don't really have a positive role model in their life. I don't know your background as far as your father and all that, but listen, I would think that you had the distinguished gentleman of a father, a hell of a mother, a hell of a, you had a hell of a come up. Like, your upbringing was just awesome. I don't know, but just the way you come off and how you present yourself is awesome. And I wish that, a lot of our young men out here would have that type of, impact, as they should, but a lot of them don't, and it's sad. But they think that it's impressive to be out here on the corner slinging, not knowing they being watched by cameras, and the FBI is slowly indicting them, to incorporate them in the new slavery, and it's just you just awesome. Like, you better than what's that boy that lost all that weight? What's his name? With the jerry curl, sometimes in the straight backs. Can't think of his name. That's how nice I am right now with the worn feet. What's Al Sharpner? Yeah, I can't.
Yo,
better than him.
Yeah, I mean,
You more of his name. You should be marching in the street.
Yeah, what's crazy?
He's disgusting.
I ain't even let you know, Lady T. We're gonna get into this man writes books.
Yeah.
You got like 3 books out now?
Yeah.
I know I bought the How to Teach Yourself Spanish. Yeah, I'm gonna let you explain that, and I want you to let the people know what made you go from here. You found Trail Mac as a rapper, start pushing him. Then them two got together and they said, hey, they started a record label, which does good money. You start pushing him, y'all put your money behind the movement. Now I want to know, what made you say, I'm going to write a book about teaching people how to, learn Spanish, and then you got a book about the music industry. It's another one too, right? I'm going to let you.
Well, as he was saying, I got 2 books out right now. The Secret to Speaking Spanish Fluently in Less Than a Year. And my other book right now, How to Make It in the Music Industry. How to make it in the music industry, where I basically break down how to, have success as an independent artist that looks to make it big. But one of the things, in regards to my Spanish book, it was just one of them things where, I realized I've been speaking Spanish fluently for 6 years now. 6 years. I self-taught myself in the street with the Dominicans. And I just, one thing about me, I just like to stay ahead of the curve. And I'll never forget the day I was reading an article, and I was like, man, the Latin population is growing like crazy. Like, to the point where you watching TV, commercials pop up in Spanish, you riding around in North Philly, you see Spanish restaurants and Spanish this, and everything is in Spanish. And don't get me wrong, it was just something that I always wanted to do, and I was just like, you know what, let me just start now. And next thing you know, man, I start getting cool with a lot of Dominicans. I started hanging with them, watching TV.